Waiting for everything. I see LinkedIn is up. YouTube is up. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. Thank you guys for checking in. Let me make sure that LinkedIn guidance is set up properly. Bam, it's all good. Welcome back, guys. Another business scenarios and the solutions that come to you daily here on this business management playlist here for YouTube. And then, of course, you know I have my investments playlist as well, where we get into all the other good stuff. My specialty with commercial real estate, pro formas and helping you with your investments and so forth. And that's everything from investment properties, commercial buildings, and so on, all the way down to helping you buy a house, which, I do that, but I really like to pass that off to other agents that stay with residential. I am not a resi-mercial guy. I am commercial with investments and so forth. With that being said, focusing on the business is what we have here, and why your business needs to be big but needs to stay small. That's what I want to cover on this one. This is a great topic. It's short and it's sweet. And before we get short and sweet, I need you to be real sweet. Go over there and click that like and subscribe button. Let's get all that going so I can get on top of this for you, because I don't want to drop the ball in giving you the golden nugget for today. Thank you guys for checking in. Let's get it on. Okay, so what he explains here is he's talking about when you have a niche and your specialty niche. Remember, we were talking about the specialty skill on the previous episode, and then on this one, we're covering that in more detail. Remember the toll booth strategy, right? You want to be the intermediary between two. You have one that is the manufacturer, if you will, of a product, and then you want to be that middle man that the end product that is being pushed out needs in order for them to be successful. Like we talked about before, everyone can talk about a big brand automobile, right? But how many of you can actually talk about who made their upholstery? What company made their seats? Who's the designer of their headlights, right? Sometimes you may know who the actual designer is of their stereo system. It'll be like Bose or something like that, right? So that's what we're talking about here. Who's that company? Who's killing the deal? They're in between the entire mix and just making money because they can get the great products. So in this, you want to be so big that you make your money, but so small that another company has no desire to take you over. That's what he covers here. And here's the final. He goes, the final niche strategy of what we're talking about with these niche strategies here is to establish a specialty market niche big enough to be profitable, but small enough not to make it worthwhile for a potential competitor to invade. For example, the most profitable financial product for the 20 or more years that they started, and actually started back in 1919, I can't believe this, American Express traveler's checks. So this is going back, because you're talking about, most people don't even know what a check is right now, not alone how to fill one out, right? But so what would happen is most lenders, most banks, I'm saying lenders, because I'm so used to talking about banks in the lending format. Most banks, when it comes to cashing checks, accepted this traveler's check, okay? And the traveler's check was accepted in most European countries, right? And other countries globally, right? So the banks appreciated it, and they understood that was money there because they trusted American Express at the time. And then American Express made a huge profit on this because there was a fee for the bank to cash it, right? The banks trusted it because people were using them. People trusted it because they weren't walking around with cash, so they weren't getting robbed or as likely to be robbed for their money in other foreign countries and so forth, right? And so everyone was happy. American Express did really well with this because the banks didn't cash the checks fast enough, so there was more money floating for them to move, right? So it actually worked out for everyone, and everyone's really happy. But there's the middleman. So American Express made this check, and the check was, appreciated everywhere. But it wasn't so much that other big lenders or banks felt like they needed to copy and do the same. They just weren't interested. Therefore, that small niche allowed American Express to corner that part of the market as far as cashing checks with travelers' checks globally. So there's the middleman right there. They were large enough that they saw a profit. They were small enough that no one was really interested. They're like, you know what, go ahead and do what you do. This whole traveler's check thing, that's, So That's exactly the game. So what was the action point? He says, describe your own examples of the 3 ecological niches innovation strategies. Like we spoke about, the toll booth, the specialty skill, and now the specialty market. Exploit one or more of those ecological strategies with your business, or you as a management executive position, or you as an entrepreneur. Look into that, exploit it, blow it up, and take over the industry. Thank you guys for checking in. Like, subscribe, you know what to do. See you guys.